Now, here on the left, we have the Kyrie. Kyrie In Dominicis Diebus, Cantus Firmus from the Editio Medicea. Let's sing it. La, fa, la, sol, la, re. As you can see. Now, what's the point? We have to play this in alternative with Banchieri's table. Let's read what Banchieri writes in the Organo Suonarino. Avendo veduto fin qui l'ordine con il quale l'organista deve rispondere in tuono alla messa della Madonna e Apostoli, resta la terza domenicale, la quale vedremmo ordinatamente con gli versetti spettanti all'organo e gli finali del coro. Do you understand?
Quale vedremo?
So, after we have studied the Missa della Madonna and Apostolorum and of the Apostles,
yes.
The only one which is missing is the Missa Domenicale, the one of the Dominicis Diebus, okay, for the regular Sundays, which we are going to study right now, and so with the verset for the organist and the finale of the coro, of the Cantus Firmus. This means coro, because the chorus is supposed to sing the Cantus Firmus. Yeah.
Why are there only three masses? I don't understand why does it say that.
Yes, because in the Renaissance there were three main masses in Cantus Firmus, which were very commonly sung, of course.
Okay,
yes.
So okay, very interesting.
For example, the Missa Apostolorum is used in some specific days, in feasts, in very important feasts. The Missa della Madonna. It's written here. Wait a moment. Allora, ora, per dar principio a quest'organo suonarino, senza altri discorsi musicali, essendo di poco giovamento al nostro concerto, volendo solamente con brevità e facilità trattare il modo di rispondere con alternativa corista, gli canti fermi di tutto l'anno. Prima tratteremo della Santissima Messa. So, in order to start this book, we start talking about the Holy Mass. 3 variazioni di messe cantate ritrovansi approvate entro il Messale Romano. So, 3 variations of messe cantate, of sung masses, are in the Messale Romanum, and these 3 masses are in alternation with the choir and with the organs, in all the feasts and solemnities of the years. The first one, la prima, si nomina Kyrie della Madonna. The first one is called Kyrie della Madonna, della Madonna, di quali si sogliono cantare. So when do you have to sing the Kyrie of la Madonna? In tutte le feste, solennità di essa, e in quelle del Signore e Vergini. So in all the feasts and solemnities of della Madonna, of Mary, and in all the feasts of Christ and virgins.
Okay.
You know? Then the second Missa, si nomina, is called Missa della Domenica. Kyrie della Domenica. When do you have to sing this? Alle proprie domeniche fra l'anno, domeniche per anno. Okay? Where you don't have, non impedite, so where you don't have some particular feasts or double feasts, so in semi-duplex feasts.
Okay.
The third, which is the Kyrie Apostolorum, when do you have to sing this Kyrie Apostolorum? When there is a feast of the Apostoli, so of the Apostles, a essi, to them, nella Santissima Pentecoste, in Pentecoste, and in the feasts of Martyrum and Confessorum.
Okay.
Now, le domeniche dell'Avvento, in the Advent, quadragesima, so in the Lent, and degli Innocenti, you know what is the Innocenti? Innocent? December 28th. when Herod kills all the babies. Okay?
Okay.
Purché non sia giorno di domenica, so only if it's not Sunday. In molti luoghi sono introdotti chieri particolari, gli quali poneremo al suo luogo. In some other days there are some particular kyries, ok. Sebbene per di più si cantano gli domenicali, even if per lo più, so mainly we used to sing the domenicali, okay? So the domenicali, Missa in Dominicis Diebus, without Gloria in Excelsis, because there's not the Gloria in Excelsis in the Advent and in the Quaresima, in the Lent.
Ok.
Avendo inteso che le messe alternate con l'organo sono di 3 variazioni, no, after we have learned that we have 3 masses in alternation with the organ, ora, per procedere ordinatamente in questo primo registro, now, in order to go out with our first chapter, si vedrà un basso sicurissimo. We're going to see this bass, which is the guide for the organ, with the final of the choirs in those churches where, if they are, where there is the use to answer the second verses of the keys. Ok? Potrà l'accorto organista servirsi degli primi lasciando la voce nelle finali degli secondi, avvertendo in tutte le messe che la ripetizione dell'introito servirà per il primo Kyrie. Okay. Then,
what if you were a musicus living in the 16th century Italy? What if you had studied with Palestrina, Josquin or Lassus? What would you have learned? What subject would you have studied? What counterpoint exercises would you have practiced? And what kind of musical training would you have followed? Today, people talk a lot about strength and style, but almost no one guides you through the actual path of a formation of a musicus practicus of the 16th century would have taken. For years, I searched for such a method, not just to understand how Renaissance music was written, but to step inside the musical mind of that time. So I decided to rebuild that path. And that's how the Musicus Practicus Renaissance was born. A truly authentic journey based on real historical practices designed to train you like a true Musicus Practicus of the Renaissance. A complete program grounded in historical sources that guides you step by step to read, sing and think and compose like a musician of the 15th and 16th century. Discover all the levels of the path on the Musicus Practicus Academy and start today with the 3 levels that you can find on the platform. Then choose the complete path that suits you best and learn the art of music as if you had lived in the Renaissance.
what does it mean? So the choir sings the organ plays the first Kyrie. You see? Exactly. And then you start with counterpoint. You can do a counterpoint realization. You have to look for some places where you can put an imitation. Re, fa, sol, la, for example. Re, mi, re, fa, sol, la, fa, sol, fa, re. La, and then the choir. Kyrie.
It's why that's why
son. Then the third Kyrie, the organ.
it's not the good mastery, so it's no problem. But
Eh?
There are two different Kyrie. You took the Missa della Madonna on the right, and
Ah, you're right. Was missing. You're right. So you have to do this.
and just what does there is one bar with Kyrie with a black note at the end of the phrase.
The finale of the
It becomes-
choir, the final of the choir. The choir is finishing on D. It's the finalis of the melody. D, D, D.
Okay.
Okay. So after this, the choir starts from this point. The choir finishes there, so the organist know what position of what's the first note of the bass compared to the finalis of the choir. La fa la la. Here the imitation doesn't work that way, so la fa la fa la. So re fa re la so re sol fa la la Kyrie, and then going on this way with the alternation we know. So the first Kyrie, the organ, the second Kyrie, the choir, the third Kyrie, the organ. The first Christe, the choir, the second Christe, the organ, the third Christe, the choir. The first Kyrie, again, the organ, the second Kyrie, again, the choir, and the third Kyrie, again, the organ. Okay? And then La Gloria in Excelsis. Lo. You see, the intonatio refers to the Christ. It's here. Lo. Gloria in Excelsis Deo. Very interesting is the way of ligature, because in the Editio Medicea we have Gloria, in Banchieri's edition, Gloria. You see?
Mhm.
This is the way to use the Organo Suonarino in its first chapter. Okay?
So the soprano clef just indicates us that we should do imitations with.
Yes,
should try to
exactly. It's an
insert,
early version of the partimento.
So it's like a regular, yes.
Yeah, it's an imitation. Indeed, check the second here. Look at the Christe. How does it start, the Christe? Re, do, in the re, do, fa, sol. It's an imitation. Re, do, sol, re, do, sol. You see?
Mhm. Yes.
And then maybe you can start with two voices and two voices, so at the end you have four voices. Re, do, do, sol. Re, mi, fa, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, fa. Christe. Okay, you see?
Mhm. So just one small question about the method that I should use. Should I write the counterpoint or play directly on the keyboard?
Oh, you have to improvise. You have to improvise it, but of course you have to be very skilled in counterpoint to improvise it. So you have.
Yes.
So it's better to if you want, we can do in the next lessons a written version of elaboration of this partimenti in Renaissance style, since this is the first tone. So we can start writing with three voices. Maybe that's a good thing to compose a 3 voices counterpoint on this short given basis. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Let's
And for
work on
now, I
that.
just try to do a one note against one on the keyboard, simple counterpoint with 2 voices.
Yeah, but do you know what you can do? I'll give you now, later today, a list of Renaissance pieces to study. This way
Yes.
you can get into the keyboard Renaissance style of counterpoint.
Yes, okay.
In the first tones, in the first tones. Let's do this. I'll send you later so let me search a couple of videos. They may be, for example, the Magnificat by Cavazzoni, or you know what? No, Cavazzoni's Masses. Yes.
Okay.
Cavazzoni wrote the Missa Apostolorum, the Missa in Dominicis Diebus for the organ. So you can study that Missa, so you get into the style for the organ. He wrote them extensively.
If you had been born in the time of Palestrina, Josquin or Lassus, one of the very first things you would have studied as a musicus practicus of the Renaissance was Cantus Firmus, the sacred chant of the Roman Catholic Church in all its aspects. You would have learned to recognize and identify the 8 ecclesiastical tones: tonus perfectus and imperfectus, tonus authenticus and plagalis, tonus regularis and irregularis. You would have studied the mixtio perfecta and imperfecta, a tonus authenticus participating in its plagalis or a plagalis participating in its authenticus. You would have perceived both commixtio perfecta and imperfecta, as well as the major, minor and mixta commixtio. You would have explored the effects that each tonus has on the mind, how it shapes the soul, which is the tonus of piety, of death, of lamentation, and their relations to the planets in the ancient harmony of the spheres. All of these and much more you can now study in the second level of the Musicus Practicus Renaissance path, entirely dedicated to Cantus Firmus. Click the link, explore the content of this course and begin with the free level you can find on the Musicus Practicus Academy free. Then choose the complete path that suits you best and learn the art of 16th century music as if you had lived in the Renaissance.